A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Buffalo Bills.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he returns this to the 22.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Trevon Wesco. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 37.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On first down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Gregory Rousseau
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Being chased out left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Allen going to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll lose lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing on second and long. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. Now Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to. To do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Allen now looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. On play action, Allen. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. Bass on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bills 14, Jets 7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever.
It got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. On play action, Allen.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick.
And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Second down at 5.
Throwing now is Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Knox with a nice catch.
And out across midfield down to the 45.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st down, here's Love. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Breida.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Touchdown, Bills! Matt Breida, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bills have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now Wilson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Flush to his right. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 44, Wilson. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And hauled in by Croft. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. So after the INT, it's Allen. And he'll find Hall. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. From the 36, Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into it.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. So Allen's going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Wilson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference.